Meanwhile, the Diocese of Tulsa in eastern Oklahoma will be outside of the prison tomorrow holding vigil.
A Broken Arrow priest tells News on 6's Jordan Tidwell this is something they do for every execution. Jordan?
Brian Laurie, Father Bryan Brooks says they will be there in peaceful opposition to the execution and praying for the families of both Julius Jones and Paul Howell. Father Bryan Brooks was outside of the gates of the Oklahoma State Penitentiary 3 weeks ago for the execution of John Grant, and he plans to be there tomorrow for the scheduled execution of Julius Jones.
Would be there regardless of the question of guilt or innocence in a case. We've done that for, again, going back since 1990.
Father Bryan says the Diocese of Tulsa in eastern Oklahoma prays outside the state penitentiary ahead of every execution. He says the state can protect its citizens without taking someone's life.
We do it as part of our pro-life witness, that the dignity of life from the moment of conception to the moment of natural death.
He says he will be praying tomorrow for everyone involved in the execution, for the correction officers, for Julius Jones and his family, and the family of Paul Howell.
An act of violence was committed against Paul Howell and against his family, and they're still living with that trauma.
Father Bryan says he expects a large crowd outside of the prison tomorrow, and everyone is invited to attend the vigil.
I know that if it goes through, there'll be numerous groups that will be there. We'll be the ones that are there in praying.
Vigils will also be held at Holy Innocents Chapel in Oklahoma City and at St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church in Stillwater. They start at 3. Jordan Tidwell, Oklahoma Zone, News on 6.